Good morning, everyone. It is so lovely to be with you this morning, day one of 2026. Afternoon. Good afternoon, Woodford. I hope you had a lovely evening. I was at the Cooper's Bar emceeing Rocktown, and it was incredible last night. So, our next performer could probably come up here and introduce me. He has been to every single Woodford Folk Festival. Incredible, yes. Former anti-discrimination and criminal defence lawyer with a long and passionate involvement with music, performance, community and education. His messages come through in his songwriting of freedom, justice and equality. Launching his new EP this year on personal relationships and with a lovely feature of Songs for the Departed, can you give a lovely warm Woodford 1st of January welcome to Dearden.
Thank you all. Yes, I worked my backside off before Christmas and managed to get this very ephemeral new EP. It's actually a download card with instructions on the back. The merch ferries, I think, will be here at some stage. And it's called Blessings on Your Journey. And it's essentially songs for the departed. And I figured, what better excuse to launch an EP than doing a set at Woodford? Thank you. This is my second set here. The first one was primarily old songs, inverted commas. Some of these songs are a little bit old, but they've taken a long time to get recorded. This first one, which is on the EP, the first few songs are on the EP, was written, I think, about 12 or 13 years ago. And when I wrote it, it was basically written for my darling wife Jennifer, who's just over there in the front row. And as soon as I played it, my songwriting group, I've been a member of a songwriting group now for about 18 years. And as soon as I played it at songwriting group, two of the members who were about to get married said that song is being played at our wedding. And it was, and I was very proud to do that. But as I was putting together the EP and realising that I had a theme, I realised in fact that this song is, of course, for everybody, but it's for my mum, who died in August 2021. And you'll understand why. I should say she died just 6 days short of her 65th wedding anniversary. She and my dad met when she was 18 and he was 20. She sold him a raffle ticket at a cattle sale yard in Blackwater. She found the raffle ticket years later. She was engaged to somebody else. In a process that I don't understand, somehow she managed to conduct a courtship with my dad over presumably writing and party line telephone conversations. She moved about 4 hours away from where she'd been governessing to the nearest town to where my dad lived. He lived on a large cattle property. They courted, and very shortly after that they got married. And it being the 1950s, when you do the maths, precisely 9 months after they got married, I turned up. So it's called You and I. You and I, laugh and cry, take a chance, love and romance, dream our dreams, together seems the only way to try. You and I, smile and sigh, trials of life, trouble and strife. Darkened sky passes by, sun it shines again. Love knows that love grows and holds tight, turns wrongs to right, and love calls, and love is all we know for sure. That's evermore. You and I, earth and sky, clouds and stars, Venus and Mars, chalk and cheese, elbows and knees, ever juxtaposed. You and I, odds defy, what the heck, let's risk our neck. Come the day, we'll make our way, never say goodbye. Love knows that love grows and holds tight, turns wrongs to right, and love calls, and love is all we know for sure. That's evermore. You and I, by and by, holding hands, please understand. Down and up, share the cup, drink until it's done. You and I, as the end draws nigh, no regret for the course we set. Love is all that's our recall of the poet's dream of love. Love knows that love grows and holds tight, turns wrongs to right, and love calls, and love is all we know for sure. That's evermore. Thank you to my darling mum, Joan. So many of you here, of course, and I recognise many of you will know John Thompson, a dear friend, a colleague at Legal Aid, who joined a few years after I started there, and someone who also died in 2021, and along with Fred Smith and Eric Bogle, all completely independently, we ended up writing songs for John. Thankfully they weren't all called Song for John, only mine was called Song for John, so I didn't have to compete in terms of song naming rights. But this one is also on the EP. It was also a single which was used to help raise money for the sculpture of John as the Green Man, which his wife Nicole Murray, who's performed here yesterday and who performed in the Cirque Bar the day before, and following in her very enormous footsteps. Nicole cast two sculptures of John as the Green Man. One is on his grave at Toowong. I drop by occasionally and talk to him. And the other one will go somewhere here at Woodford. We're not quite sure where yet. And we managed to raise some reasonable part or contribution towards that with this song, called Song for John. John is reeling in dreams that are stealing all of my life away. Green Man is calling, no time for stalling. I know that I cannot stay. Waves keep on lapping, shorelines are napping. Time to be on my way. Music is playing, dear friends are praying. No reason now to delay. So bid me a fond farewell. Sing me one long last goodbye. Shed me a tear, but I leave with no fear. My work here will live on, my dear. Life is for singing, I hear the voices ringing, far off beyond that shore. Time for the meeting with those who are greeting me in the evermore. So bid me a fond farewell. Sing me one long last goodbye. Shed me a tear, but I leave with no fear. My work here will live on, my dear. So bid me a fond farewell. Sing me one long last goodbye. Shed me a tear, but I leave with no fear. My work here will live on, my dear. Thank you to my dear friend John, and his work does live on. Nicole has just published a book of his song lyrics and melody lines. We still sing his songs. I still sing Green Man as often as I possibly can. So I want to tell you about the next song. Anybody here see Women in Docks the other night? Yay! Yes! Well, it was just wonderful to see them. It was sort of reliving part of my younger days. But in 2022, just a few days before my 65th birthday, I went to Cairns for work. Now the work schedule saw me arrive on a Monday. I should have left on a Friday evening, come home, celebrated my 65th birthday with my darling wife, gone to a concert by a dear friend, Sam Buckingham, had a fabulous time, and then flown back to Cairns on the Sunday. I arrived on the Monday because it was a long weekend. Felt a little bit of a scratchy throat. This is 2022. Had just flown in from Melbourne, in fact, so we've been down visiting our daughter in Melbourne, came back to Brisbane, went home, got back on a plane, flew to Townsville, and woke up on Tuesday morning I had the rat test, and it went zoop. And those, of course, were the days of 7 days lockdown. And I went F-F-F-ity-F with a few choice words. It turned out that much of the work I was there to do, I could actually do from my hotel room, even with my scratchy voice. But what had happened was that I had not brought a guitar. God knows, I travel with a guitar all the time. I have a mini Maton, which is not here, but which I normally travel with, and I didn't have it. Anyway, like anyone does these days, I immediately whinged on social media about being banged up for 7 days without a guitar, feeling like shit. And Chanel Lucas from Women in Docs immediately messaged Roz from Women in Docs, who was living in Cairns at the time. She's since gone to Hobart, Darwin, and now at Turnbull, and said, "Ian's in a hotel room banged up without a guitar, can you help?" And a guitar appeared downstairs in the hotel I was staying at. Someone came up to my room, knocked on the door, ran away, because I had COVID, and left this guitar. And I'm pleased to say that in this guitar I found a song. In that 20 years as a lawyer, and in the 21 odd years since I stopped being a lawyer, this has been my almost daily experience of exposure to domestic violence. And this is the third of the songs on my EP, Blessings on Your Journey, and it is yet again a story about something that should not happen in this case. It's ambiguous, you can read into it as you will. It's called Mary Ann, but Mary Ann is a generic name. The evidence was there on the table in the hall, scattered across the floor and smashed against the wall. Littered on the carpet, strewn around the sink. What more would it take to make us stop and think? The evidence was there too, in the texts upon the phone, the rantings on the voicemail that would scare us all from home. The photos have been taken, the measurements are all done, notebooks filled with versions from the witnesses each one. Why did it happen, Mary Ann? Was it all just part of the plan? When did love become such a bitter, bitter feast? Why is there no escape from the belly of the beast? Still there came excuses, 100 reasons why. Staying meant believing, there was no need to cry. Why does this story keep on repeating without end? What will it take to break the cycle? How do we start to mend? Why did it happen, Marianne? Was it all just part of the plan? When did love become such a bitter, bitter feast? Why is there no escape from the belly of the beast? Dedicated to all the Marians out there, and Ros, I'm sorry it was such a dark song that came out of your guitar, but they were dark times. It was COVID. And in fact there was probably more domestic violence during COVID as well, because more people were banged up and all of the pressures and stresses that creates seem to just spill out. Now, I mentioned before that I'm in a songwriting group. I know at least some of you here have been to Summer Song. Yes, I see Summer Songers. Absolutely. So, I haven't written any songs. I call it the pressure of a very busy work life for a long time, and I knew that I needed something to kickstart me. And along came Summer Song, best fun you'll have with your clothes on, and given the number of marriages and relationships, clearly for some people with their clothes off as well. And for me, it was the impetus to start writing songs. The wonderful Christina Olsen was my first songwriting tutor. There, yay! Big hand for Christina. Living in Vancouver these days, I think. And as a result of going to Summer Song, I then joined a songwriting group in Brisbane called Smiths and Others, of which there are some members here today. And they meet, or we meet, every month. And theoretically, we turn up with a new song every month. In a practical sense, we don't always turn up with a new song every month, because just like when you join book club and you promise you'll read the next chapter of the book, and the night before book club you're busily sort of skimming the last 50 pages of the chapter to pretend that you've read it, or look up the summary or the synopsis on YouTube, on the net somewhere. So, our songwriting group is called Smiths and Others because at one stage 2 of our members were Smiths. We've only got 1 Smith as a member now. And the Smith, who is a member still, lived on a road in Tasmania, the name of which was Smiths and Others Road. I just love it. So we became Smiths and Others songwriting group. So when you turn up for songwriting group and you haven't written a song, in other words, you're in trouble, we call that doing a Smith. So that's the only bit of inside knowledge you need to know about this song, which is called The Songwriting Blues. It's about the stress of having to turn up with a new song every month, and this was a month where I didn't turn up with a new song. Well, I turned up with this song. It's called The Songwriting. Well, I'm rushing around, I'm feeling the stress, the folks around me, they couldn't care less. I got the songwriting blues. I got the songwriting blues. No matter how hard I write on my brain, it looks like I'm doing a Smith again. I got the songwriting blues, and it's bad, bad news. I've drunk my coffee, I've poured through the muse. There's still no spark, it's just no use. I got the songwriting blues. Lordy Lord, I got them songwriting blues. 'Cause no matter how hard I rattle my brain, it looks like I'm doing the Smith again. I got the songwriting news and it's bad, bad news. Well, I stare at the sky, I read all the signs, I delve to the depths of my still vacant mind. Got the songwriting blues, oh yeah, I got the songwriting blues. No matter how hard I rattle my brain, looks like I'm doing a Smith again. I got the songwriting blues and it's bad, bad news. What can I do? What can I say? My muse has escaped. You won't let me play. I got the songwriting blues. Got them so bad and got them songwriting blues. No matter how hard I rattle my brain, it looks like I'm doing the Smith again. I got the songwriting blues and it's bad, bad news. All that's left is to tell you my tale. So sad that again all my attempts have failed. I got the songwriting blues. Lordy, Lord, I got the songwriting blues. No matter how hard I rattle my brain, well, it looks like I'm doing a Smith again. I got the songwriting blues and it's bad, bad news. Sing it with it. I got the songwriting blues and it's bad, bad news. Lordy, 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 Lord. I got the songwriting blues and it's bad, bad news. One more time. I got the songwriting blues and it's bad, bad news. Oh, Lord. Thank you. So, yep, I didn't get another song out of that either, so. One of the songs that I sang yesterday was called Welcome to the World. A song about our beautiful daughter, Natasha, before we knew her. So it's one of those expectant parent songs. You know, who is this little person that's coming into our life? One of the great lines in it is, we don't even know the colour of her hair. And for a long time, right through to her 20s, we still didn't know the colour of her hair because it kept changing. Constantly. It was dark, and then it was black, and then it was blonde, and then it was brunette, and then it was etc. Multicoloured. This is a song called The Difference You'll Make, and it's for Natasha and all of her generation. So. The summer was hot, the winter was cold. I wish that I had been so bold to tell you my dreams, my hopes and my visions, instead of just waiting to hear the vision. I tried so hard, did what I could, hoped it would help, I thought it was good. My dreams were feeble, my thoughts were unclear, and as a result, I lost all that was dear. Speak with courage, speak with truth, speak with all the arrogance of youth. Don't look backwards, don't be afraid, don't walk away. Look for the difference you'll make. Here's a love that you're seeking, poverty you hate. You're changing the world, just seeking a mate. Don't be shy now, don't be demure. Don't step back, stand up on the shore. Speak with courage, speak with truth, speak with all the arrogance of youth. Don't walk backwards, don't be afraid, don't walk away. Look for the difference you'll make. Why do I sing? Why do I shout? What may you ask is this all about? I want you to live a life that is true. It's the gift that I give from me to you. So whether it's summer or winter or spring, grab hold of this life, do everything to make a difference now, a difference in time. What more could I hope for one of mine? Stick with courage, stick with truth, stick with all the arrogance of youth. Don't look backwards, don't be afraid, don't walk away. Look for the difference you'll make. Look for the difference you'll. Oh. Thank you. So I grew up on a large cattle property, 24,000 acres in the old money. I'm not even sure what that is in hectares, because I just never learnt it. And we sold in 1977 before hectares became important. So I can't tell you, but it was a wonderful, wonderful experience to grow up as a child on a property in central Queensland. One of the effects of it was that I started school when I was 4 because they needed 11 kids for a school bus run, as in one that was subsidised, and I was number 11. I was 4 years old, I was the end of the line, and the school bus, inverted commas, was a station wagon. Now, you do the maths. A driver, 11 kids, one station wagon. WH&S went out the window, I think, probably along with some of the kids on occasion. Hopefully not. So I went to school, when I started, a school that had 20 kids in one room. And we went, I only discovered this recently, I thought it was grades 1 to 7, it was actually grades 1 to 8. 20 kids in one classroom. I have no idea how a teacher does that. I have to take my hat off to them. I don't know how they did it. Anyway, the only thing at my primary school location, apart from the primary school, was a railway siding, a telephone exchange. I can't remember her name, but Mrs. Somebody was the person who overheard your phone calls because she had to connect them all, and the only thing that kept her interested at any time was listening into your phone calls. And a CWA field. And in a lovely bit of symmetry, our daughter and her partner have bought a house in Melbourne, owned by a lady who used to be the president of the Victorian CWA. And so everything connects. Anyway, I wrote this song, or at least a version of this song, and I went to a workshop with Pat Patterson from Berkeley, that's as in Berklee, School of Music in Boston. Among other people, he taught Gillian Welch and John Mayer how to write songs. And he taught me how to write songs, or at least one anyway. And he pulled this song apart and put it back together in real time, which is magic to watch. And it's called Out of View. It's a song, it's not entirely true, but I did play it for my parents, and they said, well, you've actually got the essence of it. It's a song about Kindy, because I had originally said my hometown, and Pat said, no, that's nonsense. So long as it's not Brisbane, Melbourne or Sydney, call it anything, but call it a name, a real name, so that it has a real location. So this is called Out of View, and it'll explain itself. Cupcakes on tables and neat little rows. You in your blue dress with a bright yellow bow. I'm feeling awkward, tongue-tied and shy. I look to the ground, then up at the sky. The stars are all out, the air's cold and clear. The old folks are chatting over chips and a beer. The young ones are racing round the hall wild and free. The band strikes a chord and it's plain to see it's Saturday night in Guindy. I can see it like I was there. It slips out of view like me and you, and vanishes into the air. I plucked up my courage while dragging my feet. I asked for a dance, you blushed in your seat. It started with a smile, then the kiss, then the dance. Before we could blink, it was love and romance. And oh, I can see you now. You're gone, just like Saturday night in Guindy. I can see it like I was there. It slips out of view like me and you, and vanishes into the air. Thank you. For everyone who's grown up in a tiny little country town and still has the memories. We sold in 1977 when I was 20 years old. So I had my entire childhood and a few years of my adulthood years there. And then my mum and dad moved to Brisbane and sold the farm, bought a business, and did that until my dad turned 60. And my mum's died, but my dad's 90 and still alive. And I'm still in touch with a few odd people from Guindy. It's still what I regard as home, inverted commas, even though I've lived in Brisbane for the better part of the last 50 odd years, off and on. Now, anyone here know Tony McManus, the genius? Yes, I know most of you will. Well, I had the privilege of putting on Tony's first concert in Brisbane back when I was doing a little side hustle of concert promotion, out of which I made precisely $0, but had the most wonderful time. And Tony was one of the very first concerts that I put on, and I've remained friends and in touch with Tony ever since. He's coming to Australia shortly, and in fact Andrew Claremont tells me he's staying a little bit longer because he's had such awful problems with American visas, US visas, that he's still fighting them and staying in Australia to do a few more gigs, but which is our gain and their loss. Anyway, one of the things that Tony told me, well, firstly bullied me I should say, was to have a guitar and dadgad all the time. And because I'm in a job where I have all these little funny spare bits of time, I go back to my office and fiddle on a guitar that is tuned to dadgad. And that fiddling sometimes ends up in a song. This is called If You Were My Sweetheart, and is dedicated to my sweetheart who's over there. 12 minutes, thank you. If you were my sweetheart, life would be fine. Sorrows depart, food tastes of vine. But I feel what I see in the clouds and the trees, speaking for me and begging you please. Will you bring me your love? Sit by my side. Will my hand fit the glove? Could you be my lifeguard? Words can be cheap, actions are strong. We can dig deep, we'll never be wrong. I'm dreaming and scheming, I'm a man with a plan. Am I winning or losing? Let love make a stand. Now we are raging, I'm boring and grey. You're still amazing, we've done it our way. This journey together, dreams we both share. In all kinds of weather, still making it there. Still dreaming and scheming, a pair with a plan. Winning, not losing, love makes a stand. As I follow my mission, the objective is clear. The only condition to have you right here. 'Cause we're still dreaming and scheming. We're a pair with a plan. We're winning, not losing. Let love make us stand. There's a very steady beat out there, and then they changed their beat slightly, and I lost my rhythm for a second there. Okay, I've got just enough time for two more songs. What I've done for each of these sets is to throw in one of my all-time favourite covers from someone that I consider to be a songwriting genius, in this case, Richard Thompson, a man who sits at the right hand of God and gives God songwriting lessons. Whoops. That's right. Remember to tune the bottom string. You'll know this song. It's one of Richard Thompson's best. This old house is falling down around my ears. I'm drowning in a river of my tears. When all my will is gone, you hold me sway. I need you at the dimming of the day. You pull me like the moon pulls on the tide. You know just where I keep my better side. Whoa. What days have come to keep us far apart? A broken promise or a broken heart. Now all the bonny birds have wheeled away. I need you at the dimming of the day. Come the night, you're only what I want. Come the night, you could be my confidant. Oh, 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 oh. I see you on the street in company. Why don't you come and ease your mind with me? I'm living for the night we steal away. I need you at the dimming of the day. I need you at the dimming of the day. I need you at the dimming of the day. Thank you. I've got one more song. The Merch Fairies are down there. There's two albums down there in real life. One is singer-songwriter stuff, which includes this final song called Evenson. One album is entirely instrumental ambient music, which bears very little relationship to this music, but it's quite lovely, if I say so myself. And then there are download cards for the EP, which I've just now officially launched. Yay! So, this song bubbled around for ages, but on the morning that it was finally written for songwriting, having written it between 7:30 and 9, at 9:05 we received a text from the member who was hosting for the day saying, "Too hungover, songwriting group is cancelled today." So I got my darling wife Jennifer out of bed and sat her down and said, "Listen to this song," because nobody else is going to listen to it. It's called Evensong, and the lovely Cherie, by the way, thanks to Riley on the sound and Simon, thanks to Michelle for the stage managing, and Cherie who was emceeing. Cherie asked me for my philosophy of life, and this song says it all as best I can. It's called Evensong. The evening falls gently upon the earth and sky. The colours of the daylight slowly fade into the night. The wisp of clouds are drifting, the birds no longer singing. Peace falls just like a blanket on this ever-turning planet. And so repeats the glory of the eternal evensong, a time of contemplation of all that's right and all that's wrong, a time to think of dreams and hopes, reflect on our ambition, a time to walk the sacred slopes of our frail human condition. We live our lives in rhythms of days and months and years. We see the world through prisms, fractured light and turning spears. We grapple with our sorrows and wrestle with our fears. We dream of new tomorrows, hope for joy instead of tears. And so repeats the glory of the eternal evensong, a time of contemplation of all that's right and all that's wrong. Time to think of dreams and hopes, reflect on our ambition, a time to walk the sacred slopes of our frail human condition. So whatever you believe in, be it God or humankind, be it Krishna or Joseph Stalin, or the depths of your own mind. We adjoin, all of us daily, as the world turns right or wrong, until our last finale, we all share this evening's song. And so repeats the glory of the eternal evensong, the time of contemplation of all that's right and all that's wrong, a time to think of dreams and hopes, reflect on our ambition, a time to walk the sacred slopes, our frail human condition. Thank you so much.
Ian, Dearden, everyone. Ian, I absolutely loved hearing that set this morning. Do you know in my notes out the back I've written down, your songs seem to cut straight through to the heart of the human condition, and then I heard your final song. But I'd also added to that, but they seem to be laced with so much hope for humanity. One more time, Ian Dearden. So we'd like to take a piece of Ian's music home with you. Our lovely merch fairies are waving at you up the back for Ian's newly launched EP.
Thank you. And I should say that this is the first gig I've done here in 10 years, musical gig. I've done lots of other things. But by this pattern, I should be back here when I turn 78. So put it in your diary. Another 10. Thank you.
What year is that?
I don't know.
Like 10 years. 2035.
2035.
Oh my God.